Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I'm Erin and this is Erin On D-Mand. I will be sharing with you my experiences in regards to notary and so much more. So let's get started. My first question is, did you happen to go with anyone for training? So that was in my first video. Yes, I went with Sign and Thrive, Bill Soroka, Notary Coach. If you go to my first video, it is in the description box, so you will find that there. Was there any other training besides the NNA? Now, I didn't go through the NNA for training. I went through the NNA for to get my to take my test and to get my background check. So I didn't go through them for training. I just think it's not for me. It was too expensive, so I went with a different avenue. Question: how do I get my assignments? So my assignments come through you. You can either start searching signing agencies, or you could choose escrow direct, which is I have both. So an agency, you will probably get emails, notifications on your phone, or escrow direct is when you work directly with the title company, not through a third person agency that works with the title company and then other people. You're working directly with the title company, you get your assignments, and then there's no third person. The rest of my assignments, let me put it to you this way. First, you're a notary. Then after that, wherever your brand leads you, you can resume those duties. So first, you apply for your notary application, you pay for your bond, and you send that to the Secretary of State, okay, and then you get your commission. Once you get your commission, you're a notary. From then, if you want to go into loan signing, or if you want to, that's all you want to be. If not, you can do more than that. So I also went on the NNA site and I took a course called How to Prepare Immigration Forms. So with me and my brand, I'm more than just a loan signing agent. I'm also an immigration notary, and I also do power of attorneys, name changes, anything and everything that could come up: a will, a deed, trust, jurat, acknowledgement, affirmation. It doesn't matter, because those are the services that I choose to offer. So how do I get my assignments? If you're going down the loan signing path, you can sign up with agencies or escrow direct. If you want other assignments other than loan signing, you need to market yourself. And let's talk about that next. Marketing myself. I market on Yelp, Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, and I have my website. I will link all of my marketing tools in the description box below. Also, if you have any questions on how to start marketing yourself, please ask those questions in the comment section. So it all depends on what services you offer. I just spoke with Google today, and they said that I'm actually number 7 in my area, and I went online on a completely separate computer so that my phone didn't know it was me, and Googled myself, and my services were 7 down, which is very good for my area. I'm not on the second page, I'm not on the third page, I'm on the very first page, and these are organic searches, so I'm not paying for ads. These are organic searches, 7 in my area. So once you get on these certain platforms of marketing, then according to the services that you offer, that's how you get your assignments or each clientele that comes to you. They'll see you on Yelp and they'll contact you, or the title company will call you, or and so forth. Let me tell you what my next question is. So my next question was, it went alongside my last question, which was, if I have no experience, how do I get someone to contact me? You have to market your brand, market your services, put it out there, and be ready for business. Next question was, how far do I travel? I travel, all depending on what it is, how much it is, and where it is. So I service my county, and then so my county is Will County. I'm in Illinois. Again, if you're new, I'm commissioned in Illinois. So my county is Will County. I also service not only Will, but Kane, DuPage, the majority of Cook, and McHenry. So I service 5 counties, and those are pretty far, depending on how far you're willing to travel. I travel. So as an example, just the other day, I traveled 70 miles to McHenry County, and it all depends on what your assignment is and how much the client is willing to pay for what they need, supply and demand. So if they need what they need immediately and you come up, then they're going to be willing to pay whatever it is to get done what needs to be done. So it all depends. And how do you come up with costs? Well, you have to look in your area, see what the cost is for certain things in your area, and then go from there. Yeah, so travel. Yeah, I'm not afraid to travel far, because if it's a POA or any, okay, for example, I had to travel from where I am downtown Chicago, and it was because a client was in need. Him and his wife were in need of something important, so this was an immigration um, appointment, and he was in need. So I, I think I got his notification at 4:30, came to my phone at 4:30. I didn't see it until 7. I contacted him, we got everything clarified, and I didn't leave the house till 8, and he had to have this done by 9, and then he had to turn it in by 9:30. So crunch time is 1 hour, and I got a little over an hour to get there. So I'm traveling an hour. And even though it took all a matter of 10 seconds to watch him sign and notarize my services, he paid the services, you know. So it all depends on what you're offering, what you have under your belt to offer, and all depending on what the client needs. Sometimes you'll get a notification and then you tell them the price, and then they want someone a little more inexpensive, or they want someone closer to them. Because again, if you're a mobile notary, they know that you're paying for the convenience of you coming to where they are. So it just really all depends on how much you want to how much you're offering your brand to the client, and then, you know, all depending on how far you're willing to travel. So I also do airport services. I haven't got anything yet, but that's something that I offer. So if you're going to do that, if you're going to go to 2 major airports, make sure you give your clientele a window for you to get from wherever you are to wherever they are. It's just easier that way. You make sure you've covered traffic and everything else, all depending what time. You know how it is. Rush hour in Illinois. Don't get me started. so so traveling. So I think I got traveling covered. If you have any questions about travel, the amount, leave it in the comment section below. Next question I had was, am I comfortable with my clients? Do I feel safe? Yes, I do. Now, if you're if it is a loan signing appointment, you'll know where you're going. You'll know what time you have to be there in advance. So you can always map out, number one, how long it takes to get there. But where is it? What county it's in? Or what's the address? You'll know all of that before you accept. So if you don't feel comfortable, don't take the assignment. Don't respond if it's a mortgage loan signing appointment. If it's just a regular notary appointment other than loan signing, then you have even more communication with your client. Where is it? On Yelp. In order for them to get a quote from me, they have to, I actually modified what I want to see when they're requesting a quote. I want to see your zip code. So they have to put in that they're asking me for a quote. I want to know your zip code. I want to know what documents you need and so forth, so that when I get that notification, I can scroll through and I can read. And if I need more information, I'll click either give a quote, more information needed, and so forth. So that time you have a little bit of say of where you meet, but I would say just being a mobile notary, 99.9% of the time, you're not going to have a say in where you meet because this is your client asking for your business. So they're going to request that you meet them where they are most comfortable, not where you are most comfortable. So it all depends. I've done loan signings at a high school. I've met at a bank. I've done other appointments in their home other than a loan signing. In their home, it all depends on where your client wants to meet. And if you don't want to meet them, then you just don't have business. So for travel and for being comfortable in meeting your clientele, 99.9% of the time, you won't have a say in where you meet. That's the business or nothing. That's the business. Because it's important to them that they feel comfortable as well. You're coming in their space, offering your business. And that's why I always say, show ID. I don't know if I always say that. Did I say that yet? Show ID. I always ask them for their ID. And also, you have to think, yes, I'm comfortable. I love people, so I'm very comfortable. If I'm not really comfortable, I'll ask more questions before I get there. But when I get there, I'm not going to show my discomfort, okay? Because now we're in business, and anything I show is going to reflect on a review. So you also have to think in terms of comfort. How comfortable are they with you coming into their home? How do they know that you're not a scam notary? How do they know that so many people out here are claiming to be notaries to get business, but how do they know that they're not in harm? So they also need to be reassured that they need to feel, that comfort and safety as well. So if you have questions about comfort, just think about your client. They're probably feeling the same way in regards to you coming into their personal space. So that's that. Let's see what we have next in questions. We talked about promotions, brands, the NNA. If you want to go through, just to recap, if you want to go through training through the NNA, you can. I didn't. I went through training elsewhere, and then I just did the background check and test with the NNA. I just want to say this about testing with the NNA. When I first was going through training with my coach for loan signing, because in order to be legitimate, again, you want to have a background check and you want to take the test with the NNA to be a loan signing agent. However, The test, the information on the test with the NNA almost does not have anything to do with documents, mortgage at all. So even when you go, they'll tell you, hey, download these two things, and this is what's going to be in the test. So you can not have loan signing training and still take and pass the loan signing course with the National Notary Association. You don't have to train to be a loan signing agent just to take the test. That's what I thought, but it's wrong. A lot of the information has to do with ethics, has to do with IDs. What do you do when you're running late? Communication, effective communication is so important, things like that. So just to put that out there, training with the NNA, you can also train with them to be a loan signing agent. But again, doesn't matter who you train with to be a loan signing agent. The NNA test doesn't have to do with necessarily just being a loan signing agent, but being a notary overall. So just to throw that out there. See what we got next. I think that will be it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Please give this video a like. Where was I looking? Over there? Over here? I don't know. Give this video a like if you like the content. Please subscribe, share, and thank you for joining me on Erin On D-Mand. And unto our next video. See you later. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Erin On D-Mand. Well, where I, Erin, let's start over. Hey everyone, by the way, just so you know, I have my handy dandy mic here and didn't even have it plugged in throughout the whole video. Yeah.